Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario.
Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey. And guys, another voiceover video because I'm under the weather. Just got released from the hospital, but I'm doing great and the news still continues. Let's go ahead and talk about today's stories, which is Nintendo Switch 2, a huge update on the potential release. And this is more credible than any other news just because this source basically just told us about the NX and everything else. So let's go ahead and talk about that. And if you are new in the channel, check this out. But before we get into the video, I just want to remind everyone that we are on our way to 100K. And if we get there before the year ends, I will be choosing 20 lucky subscribers to win a Nintendo Switch. All you got to do is subscribe, hit that bell, and be active in the community, and you can be chosen at our 100K live celebration. All right, so let's start off with the topic you came here for, Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not going to make you wait. I'm not going to make you click through the video to find the news. Here is the news, and this comes to us by tomsguy.com. It's been reported by a lot of other places, but this to me is a good source for all things Nintendo Switch 2 because they keep up to date with all the latest, and they actually explain it pretty well. So here's the title: Nintendo Switch 2 release date just tipped. Here is when it could arrive. We could see a Nintendo Switch 2 successor in the first quarter of 2024. So I'm going to read here these two small paragraphs that tells us about the Switch 2, and then I'll give you my thoughts on what I think of all of this stuff here, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. While Nintendo hasn't yet confirmed a Switch 2 successor, the rumor mill is chugging along steadily. A potential release date timeframe surfaced online this week from a fairly credible site and track record for Nintendo leaks, suggesting we could see the Nintendo Switch 2 launch in the first quarter of 2024. Chinese investment site Money DJ recently published a report outlining the production outlook of Hosgun, a metal case manufacturer and subsidiary of Honhai Technology Group, better known as Foxconn. So Foxconn is best known for being Apple's go-to manufacturer for the best iPhones, but it has branches that work assembling gaming consoles as well. Money DJ expects sales of Hosgun, which is Foxconn, to peak in the later half of 2023, citing Nintendo's plans to launch the Switch successor in the first quarter of 2024. Now, this first quarter is obviously the first half of 2024 and the first fiscal year, which begins in March of 2024. So for those who don't know what a fiscal year is in the hands of Nintendo, well, a fiscal year is basically in March. So it starts in March and ends in March. So we are in the middle of the fiscal year here, the last fiscal year of 2023, which started in March and ends in March of 2024. So we now are expecting Nintendo to announce the next Nintendo console in the next fiscal year, which starts in March of 2024, making the current fiscal year, making this year the very last year that Nintendo Switch will be a standalone console. And what I mean by that is that the Nintendo Switch is not going away. It's going to coexist with the next gen console for at least the next 3 years. I remember back when Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch, and a couple of fiscal meetings into the Switch, they actually specified that their intention was to make the Nintendo Switch a 10-year generation console, so that it expands over 10 years. Now, this does not mean we have to wait 10 years for the next gen console. Nintendo has given us kind of upgrades, right? Incremental upgrades along the way. We got the Switch Lite added, then we got the Switch OLED added, and now we're going to get the next gen console, but the Switch will stay and remain alongside it for at least 3 more years, completing this 10-year cycle, right? So it's good news for those of you who are not ready to upgrade just yet. You want to keep your Switch for just a little bit longer. You are in no obligation to buy the next gen console. You can still continue to use the main console you have, or if you want to pass that on to your kids or to somebody else and then get yourself a next gen console, you are able to do so. GameStop also does very good deals when it comes to upgrading consoles. They actually give you a good amount of money at the beginning, right, for the couple of first months before a new console comes out in order to allow you to upgrade pretty well. So you have that there. And that is the news for Nintendo Switch 2. I want to know your thoughts down below on all of these updates. And of course, these credible sources stating that the first half of 2024, which starts in March of 2024, we will hear the name of the next-gen console. We will see it with our eyes, and we will finally be able to see what this next-gen console for Nintendo is capable of. All right, let's move on to today's last story, and this has to do with Amazon Prime. Yes, Amazon Prime has basically every single year something called Prime Day, right? So Prime Day is a day where you literally want to be on Amazon Prime. You want to go on Amazon and look at all of their deals and sales, because this is the time of the year. This is like the Black Friday for Amazon, right? And Amazon started this a couple of years ago, and ever since then, they've been just literally killing it when it comes to sales. I've never seen better sales on Amazon when it comes to Nintendo Switch games, even consoles, and even bundles than Amazon Day. So I have links down below in the description. Of course, these links help the channel out, but if you want to check out those Amazon Prime deal days, go ahead and look at those links down below in the description, because they are great. They have really great sales on your favorite Switch games and even consoles that Nintendo has gotten to bring back other bundles when it comes to Amazon Prime Day. Not only that, but the cool thing about Amazon Prime Day is that it inspired all of the other outlets to also have their own sales on the same time frame. So if you go to bestbuy.com, they have something called Black Friday in July, which is the same date of Amazon Prime Day. If you go to Walmart, they also have their own sales going on as well. And if you go to any other outlet that sell Nintendo Switch games and accessories, right, then they also have those sales going on, and they are all inspired by Prime Day. So Prime Day starts tomorrow and continues for the next couple of days. Links are down below, but guess what? They just started an early Prime Day, okay? And the thing about Prime Day is that things run out really fast. They only have a certain amount of items in Prime Day that they're allowed to sell, so you will see them like ticking down. They have a certain amount number, so make sure that if you check Prime Day, check the link down below and see if what you want is on there and how many are left. That way you will not miss out on these amazing sales and deals for Prime Day for Nintendo Switch products, games, and accessories. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for today's episode of Odyssey News. I'll be back in front of the camera pretty soon, but before I let you go, never give up and journey on. Peace.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new wave. Never slow down, winners don't need no brakes. And we won't fade, our shine gets greater. Staying on the ball like Pokemon trainers. From the nest to the Wii, we dangerous. You can button mash, but it ain't gonna save you.